Starting the day off with some jasmine green tea in a can. Hi friends, welcome to a work day in my life. We are currently in Vancouver. This is part of our road trip series, and honestly, I'm so behind on editing. By the time you see this, we'll be very much in the future, so I apologize already in advance for that. I'm filming on a Monday, so Mondays typically I don't have that many meetings. Mondays and Fridays I don't have too many meetings, and then actually I would say Mondays and Wednesdays are my no meeting days now. Not really no meeting days, but less meeting days. And then Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays I notice I'm a little bit heavier on the meetings. But depending on the day, I have different routines for how I start my work day. For example, first, since it's Monday, I'm following up on all the emails that I got over the weekend. It's not too many, but I usually take about 15 to 20 minutes going through them. And for a few of my projects, for example, we have regular reports that are sent out, and I am the one that verifies if something failed or something went wrong. I will have to double check and see what went wrong. So that is what I'm tasked with right now. One of our reports that I got over the weekend didn't go through, so I have to check to see if something went wrong. A lot of times it's just part of the process because of the fact that we're automating so many things. Sometimes like a check will go wrong or something like that. And I also think it depends on where your company is in terms of like maturity for that. Again, I'm being really vague, but it is on purpose. But I do think that's something that you'll experience with any kind of role in cybersecurity. And I think one other topic I wanted to talk about maybe a little bit later in the video is just like going through layoffs and experiencing it firsthand. This is probably the first time I've experienced a real layoff. I'm quote unquoting because in my previous company we had layoffs, but they were relatively, because the company was so big, I didn't really, no one I knew was impacted. And even then I may not even have been aware that a layoff had happened. This time around at my current company, we had a relatively recently. By the time you see this video, it will be in the future. That is something definitely that has impacted my experience at work and overall just like mood, I guess. But yeah, a little bit more about that later. Let's head to the desk. So we are currently staying in a Airbnb, and this right here is my current work setup. So very minimal. Luca works off of that desk right there, so he's kind of hunched over. Maybe he can have this area if he wants to. But yeah, that is about it. Every time I look at myself in the viewfinder, I find myself realizing how bad my posture is. Like most of the day, I'm like this. And it's honestly really bad. I think I'm getting to that age or something, but my back is sore, and yeah, what an experience. All right, just resubmitted my test. Hopefully this one passes and has no issues. If not, I'm gonna have to change some things up. But so far in Vancouver, we've only been here for 2 days now. We got here on Saturday, and yesterday we hung out with one of Luca's friends who also live in the city, and then today is like the official first work day. I'm also pretty excited because this is my last week of work before PTO. Kind of about 3 weeks off, but not really, so it's kind of like on and off. Next week I have all of next week off, and then the 2 weeks after that I have about 3 days off each. I'm going to be in Banff, which is the national park that I've been the most excited for on this entire trip. And we're taking PTO for that because I heard there's not very good internet there, as well as the fact that our Wi-Fi in Canada is very spotty compared to the US, especially with T-Mobile. Sometimes it will switch to Telos. I'm glad this Airbnb has really good Wi-Fi though, so that's really nice. Oh, I'm also currently focusing on a lot of documentation, so working on that for my team, and also just like coming up with the actual steps, I guess kind of like procedures for what we have to do for certain things. We do have a lot of things documented, but honestly I feel like in cybersecurity there's never too much documentation. Like people love documentation in cybersecurity, and this is why I always tell you guys, but written verbal communication is really important. So like kind of no matter what role that you're in, because you still have to always be able to talk about what you're doing or how to do something, or like basically having repeatable steps for someone else to do if like you're not available. I'm doing a lot of that right now, and so far it's been going pretty well. I just shared one of the documents I just made with my manager, and I'll just get some of their feedback. If it's not like an official policy or procedure, then it doesn't need like any sign off from anyone else. Usually share with my manager for approval, but there are definitely bigger policies that your company probably has that needs sign off from, the relevant stakeholders. So far this Monday has been off to a pretty busy start, I would say. Let me see how dark it is if I put you guys here. actually not that bad. But I'm still waiting for my tests to finish running, and also catching up with some messages over the weekend on Slack. This is something my previous company didn't have, so we just used like a messaging app. It wasn't anything with like channels or anything like that. Actually, I guess there was one, but I didn't use it very much. But then we also have like fun channels that are kind of like not really work related. But my favorite one is about cats, of course.
Jimmy.
You said it was really good.
Yeah. I mean, master thing from Seattle was pretty good too. It's more crispy.
It came with an egg, like the seasoned tea eggs. They're like cracked and then boiled like that. It's so good. I actually had this yesterday too. And then I also got these chive dumplings. They're not really dumplings, they're like turnovers, I guess you would call it. I'm currently on lunch, but I also do want to talk about what I mentioned this morning about my experience going through my first ever like official round of layoffs. I felt like I knew people who were getting let go. I mean, companies were having layoffs at least the last year and a half, I would say. You know, it wasn't unheard of, unexpected to be honest, that my company would have a layoff. And I had friends who were let go, and it's just very different when like the names, the people that are let go are people that you know and have worked with, and you also may think that they are good at their jobs. But again, like I'm obviously not at the top where I know what decisions are being made or like how decisions are being made for which people to let go, which teams are impacted. So that obviously is way above my pay grade. I guess I was just surprised, more so surprised at the fact that everyone kind of treated this as like business as usual. Obviously, I was very upset that people I knew were let go, especially the ones I thought were very good at their jobs, very tenure, had a lot of really rich knowledge about our company. But at the end of the day, I also 100% know that they will find new opportunities, better opportunities. It's definitely been a very wake-up call experience though, and just something always in the back of your mind. This is another reason why I think in the future, people should all have like side hustles or side businesses, some kind of income that is outside of their 9-to-5 jobs or their W-2 jobs because of things like this, you know, especially with statistics on how people don't have enough money to cover like a $500 emergency. Those kinds of statistics are really alarming, and it can be really scary if you were let go from your job and you required it and you were living paycheck to paycheck, which most American households do. So like even at higher incomes, because of lifestyle inflation and just higher cost of living, kids, really expensive, mortgage, inflation. For everyone watching this, I believe that you should get another source of income for yourself, for your family. I do think that it is a good topic to think about. It doesn't have to be like thousands of dollars a month. It doesn't even have to be hundreds of dollars. It can even be a passion project that you're working on. We're just about getting to that time of day. We ordered pizza from this place called Canada 2+1, 2-in-1 or something like that, 2 for 1. But they have this durian pizza that Lucas' friend recommended, so we're getting that. Oh, those are really small looking pizzas actually.
10 inch.
Okay, yeah, Canadian 2 for 1.
Okay, we bought both separately.
Okay, yeah, it says it's a 2 for 1, but it's not. We paid for both, and these are kind of pricey, I would say. They were $53 Canadian,
38.
so $38 USD. Is this it? Oh my god, I can smell the durian. Wow. Wow, it kind of looks like pineapple. Interesting. And then this is my meat lovers. What do you guys think? Let me know. Alright, let's share the smell with Bella. Because I heard cats smell durian. They're like, ew. Bella did not care. Makes sense. Coachman? Coachman? Wanna sniff? He's like, ew.
He's not like that. Disgust.
Yeah, but he doesn't hate it. Alright, there you have it. That is cats smelling durian for the first time. I forgot bacon here. It's just ham.
Not gonna lie, pretty good.
This is really good.
Oh, really?
She's being so patient. Look at her. Guys, look how genius this is. They put the pepperoni and salami under the cheese. You mean, look at Bella looking out the balcony. Oh, Bella. Maybe later we can put the harness on her and then bring her outside, because I just don't trust her like free roaming the balcony because there are gaps. So a reminder to drink water and put on sunscreen. Don't forget to reapply sunscreen as well. I've been seeing so many pictures of skin problems that happen from like people who didn't use sunscreen, like on like their neck or something. Okay.
You need your mask.
Oh, can you grab it for me?
That's what he said.
So apparently today is a holiday for Canada, so that's why there's so many people here. Alright, this mall is literally Asia. Oh my gosh. Ginseng World, Tony Moly. Dude, this is actually like
The mall.
literally reminds me of a mall that we've been to in Asia.
The one in Queenstown, right?
Yeah, like herbal Asian stores.
Of Tokyo Beauty.
Crazy stuff. I love it. There's also like a lot of people wearing masks here still. Like it's very normal.
They have Hello Kitty. Wait, is that a Hello Kitty cafe?
Yeah, it's called Umomo Cafe. Wow, more snacks.
Wait, this is not the thing.
They have Canadian Pride stuff. There's apparently a circus over there. I don't know if that's for the holiday or if it's always here, but we're at this other shopping center area.
That's why I asked.
There's a supermarket in the mall, guys. That's how you know. The guy's nail salon in the supermarket. It's cool and crazy. Did some super like grocery shopping and bought mangoes and papayas. This is such a big bowl.
Oh, you're supposed to so you don't get it.
Right? Got the boba.
To wipe your hand.
Yeah. These are all the snacks and stuff that we got. Turtle chips. These are the chocolate churro flavor and it's literally so good. It's just a potato chip but sweet. And it's chocolate churro flavor. These Galbi wave chips, hot and spicy. We're going to the, I want to say the Canadian wilderness, like a bunch of their national parks, and we don't have access to a lot of snacks and stuff, so we bought some.
We will buy one.
We already have a box, so we just needed some chips, to be really honest. These Calabi corn chips. I got this peach gummy. So sour. After the initial sour, it's pretty good. I usually don't like sour candy. This is what I got for my sister. These cat ones.
But it's nice.
Yeah. Alright, I think the last thing I want to share before I close out this vlog is the book that I've been reading. But it's on Audible and it's called The Third Door by Alex Banayan. And I believe this book is relatively old. We usually listen to audiobooks during like car rides and stuff, especially because we have really long car rides. So we listen at like 1.8 2x speed, so it's pretty fast to get through a book. But essentially it's about, there is the third door that you kind of make for yourself, and that's the entire book. It's basically his route to be able to interview a whole bunch of people who are considered kind of like the best in their areas, like Bill Gates, Jane Goodall. I'm just looking at myself in the camera and I'm like this. This is why my back hurts. It is pretty inspirational, I will say. I've actually teared up and cried in like a few of the parts. Thank you guys for following along with me on today's vlog. This was a pretty typical Monday work day. Mostly a lot of heads down work and of course getting ready for some PTO that I'm taking, so I'm excited for that. If you guys are interested, I do have some travel vlogs on my second channel, which is a lot more actually up to date in terms of like editing and like real time, so definitely check that out. It is mostly like vlogs of our road trip and things like that. On that channel I should definitely be at least way more in the future than this video right now. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. I post videos every Wednesdays and Sundays at 12 p.m. and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Bye.